and welcome back to my channel. So I work professionally with helping people to get rid of unwanted emotions, beliefs and behaviors. And what is very interesting about the whole thing about wanting something, and it could be anything, wanting something, a lot of people automatically think about money, love, and that is like perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it can also be in terms of just feeling inner peace, getting access to feeling grounded, or getting rid of anxiety or depressed states. And anything that we feel is basically just pointing to something we believe in, because we can actually not feel anything without having some, maybe subconscious, but at least perspective that creates the feeling. So let me give you an example. If you think about me, and maybe you've watched one of my videos and you thought, oh, what you're saying is stupid, or it doesn't make sense, then I'm sure you will get a bit of annoyed feeling, right? If you have heard me then say something that you really agree with, and that you may think, that's said in a smart way, or I really like when she talks like that, or that's a good way of saying it, I guess you feel good about it. So that's just a very clear example of, it's not actually me creating your feelings, but it's what you think about me, or what I'm saying at least. So in every situation we have these feelings, and they are in different realms. We can have sense of selves that basically makes us feel a certain way constantly, like cut off, weird, not a part of something, lonely and stuff. But we can also have generated specific feelings when specific things happening, like people look angry, or they are sad, or they judge us. Then we can feel massive anxiety every time we have that perception. And then we can just in general have a belief that says, for example, I'm not good enough, and then have that feeling in all we do. And what is very interesting is that when we want something, we don't get it just because we want it. We only get whatever we want if we actually feel that we are safe when we have it or get it, that we think we deserve it, and that we think we can have it. So, said in another way, we don't get what we want, we get what we are programmed to feel safe around, or to deserve, or to be able to have. An example could be that a lot of people, they can always struggle with money or relationship or something else. And when you look at it, the only way why we struggle is not because the world around us created some specific circumstances. The good thing is that it's actually in our minds. I can give you a personal example. I was from a family that didn't have a lot of money. They actually had very, very few. And I heard a lot of stuff about rich people, how when you're rich you're just like egoic, or you only think about money, or maybe you look down on other people, or other people won't like you, or they would just take advantage of you, and blah 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 blah. So I had multiple experiences in my life where I got to a point where I actually received some money, maybe through a career or something else I did, and I always make sure that when I actually received them to ruin it for myself, to get them stolen or lose things, or a lot of different areas where it felt like life just happened to me. And what I realized later on was that I had so many beliefs about why it would not be safe, or why I didn't deserve any money. So obviously I never were in a position where I had them, and if I did, I had them for a short time, because subconsciously we behave this way. And it might sound a little crazy, I know, especially if this is like a new perspective, but maybe you can look at some specific area. It could be anything. It could be love life, financially. It could be in terms of your health. And then maybe look at if you really think that you deserve to have what you want. And maybe you can even imagine what would happen if you actually had that. Would it feel safe? Would it feel like you're going to lose it again? Would it feel like then you're going to get hurt? Whatever comes up is pointing you to exactly why you don't succeed in having it continuously, or getting it at all. And why this is so extremely important and powerful is that when we realize that there is only one thing that stops us from having what we want, and it's something inside of our own brains that we can get rid of, then we can focus on what actually works, which is clearing that up, because then we will automatically behave in a different way that will give us the results we want. It makes us feel good and so on. And it can also be in terms of a mood. What would happen if I became healthy? What would happen if I just became happy and content? Would I do nothing? Would I then end up losing everything and so on? It could be in every particular situation and thing in life that this can control you. And this other important aspect of this is that when we know that it's all like an inside job and it's all in our own minds, and when we like tweak that, everything will actually fall into place on its own, then we also can finally rest and be living in ease and satisfaction, because we don't have to struggle and try to control the outside world in order to get what we want. Because first of all, it will never actually work in the long term, and we just spend so much life energy on that, and it doesn't really help us. So we can relieve ourselves for a lot of stress and actually get something that works. And this whole idea and this experience changed my life. And then of course removing the beliefs and the programming really changed my life. But I think one of the most important things is to realize how things are actually connected and why they happen. And then we can start acting in a way that serves us. So that was it for today. If you are like, okay, I can kind of recognize that, I need to hear more, you're more than welcome to just get in touch with me by filling out the form. I put a link in the description, and please don't hesitate to ask me anything. I would love to have a chat with you and see if I can help you in your situation. So thank you for watching, and I hope I will see you very soon. I love you. Take care, and bye.